My wife looking like a penguin out here.
Why did I marry you? Hey everybody, welcome back to Sign by Roxci. It has been a while, hasn't it? So the last time I think I made a video was like, gosh, I don't even know, like 2 or 3 months ago. Basically, my last video, I still had my baby in me, and now my baby's almost a month old. So you can already tell that things have basically just gone crazy. Currently, it is Christmas Day. I am in my pajamas. Not gonna lie, it's been a very rainy Christmas day so far, and it's like really cold inside. Let me tell you right now, Team Cozy is the theme of this Christmas. Anyway, what I did want to do was sort of just like make this a labor vlog. Primarily, I really wanted to do it because I just wanted to document the entire labor process. I just wanted to remember it, especially now that I'm a mom. I feel like I forget things like so fast, you guys. Like, you could tell me one thing and then like 2 seconds later I'm there like asking you, wait, what did you say? I forgot. I actually had so many of you like message me on Instagram, check up on me if I was okay like during the entire postpartum process. I do have good days, also have bad days, and I am just trying to take things one day at a time. So let's get started with the story time. I had my baby November 29, 2019, which is a day after Thanksgiving. Let me just tell you right now like how insane the entire like November and December was. 1 week before I gave birth, we were gonna move houses. I know that I have a few moving vlogs like filmed, I just haven't really like edited them, and I don't even think like I'm gonna post it yet because maybe I'm gonna come out with this labor vlog first. So we moved a week before I gave birth. I was feeling so many aches and I wanted to help out, but then I couldn't, and I was getting so tired all the time and so cranky and irritable. So we were in the process of getting settled in. I was not due to give birth until December 12th, and baby came 2 weeks early. We were not prepared. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would know I did tend to wake up like a lot during early mornings, like maybe at around like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And it's usually because I would feel hungry. The morning of the 28th, which is Thanksgiving Day, I woke up because I had period-like cramps. I'm a first-time mom. I never knew what labor would feel like. I never knew like what were the signs aside from like, you know, like your water breaking and things like that. By the way, my water did not break. I was just having like really bad cramps to the point where it woke me up. So I think it happened at around 3 a.m. And when I woke up, I remember I was thinking to myself, wait, is this it? Is this really happening? But no, like I remember because my OB was telling me that I had no signs whatsoever. Like my cervix was still closed. My OB/GYN even told me that he thought I would give birth past my due date. When all that pain was happening early in the morning, I was just like, is this normal? I didn't know, I wasn't sure. So I just played it off as like nothing, and then I just grabbed my phone. I was just like scrolling on Instagram, and then I think like around 30 minutes after, that's when the pain got a little worse. Like it was starting to be a little more unbearable. So I woke up my husband and I told him, babe, I think I'm having contractions. And he whipped out his phone. He had this contraction timer on his phone. It was like an app, and then we were timing it, and I was having them pretty regularly, but it wasn't at a consistent time frame. Like I think it would go like 6 minutes and then 7 minutes and then 3 minutes and then 2 minutes. So like we weren't sure because we had heard of the 511 numbers to look out for, and it basically means that your contractions are 5 minutes apart, they last 1 minute long, and this goes on for about an hour. And I was saying, babe, I think we have to go, I think we have to go. And then he said, I don't know, I don't think you're there yet, because we just didn't want to get sent home. And I went to the bathroom. You guys, I saw blood. So when you are a first-time mom and you see blood, you kind of freak out, guys. Me, my husband, and my mom got out of the house so quick. Got to the car, went to the hospital, have me hooked up to all these monitors, and they checked my cervix. I don't know how to say this, but I feel like the first few times that they were sticking their fingers up in me, it was not a good feeling. It was very uncomfortable. They said that I was just about a centimeter dilated, which is practically nothing. You can be dilated for a centimeter for like an entire week or like 2 weeks. It doesn't mean that you're gonna give labor on that day. But my contractions were starting to get even more consistent, and they asked me if I wanted to take morphine for the pain, and I was just like, I don't know, like I think I can hold it out a little bit more. But the thing is, guys, so this was happening during Thanksgiving morning. We got to the hospital at like what, 6 a.m. We were gonna host Thanksgiving dinner in our house. And while we were at the hospital, like my husband and I were thinking about like, should we cancel? Like, what are we gonna do? Part of us wanted to continue on with it because we thought that having people over and then, you know, like being with friends and remembering that it's Thanksgiving and keeping ourselves busy, like we thought that it would help mask the pain. We stayed in the hospital, I think, until 10 a.m. and then we just decided to go home because when they kept checking, my dilation wasn't increasing. It was just stuck at 1 centimeter. So we go home, the contractions got even worse. Pain would start to swell from the front and then go towards the back, and it was so hard because no matter what position I put myself in, it really hurt. Then it started to become really consistent at like 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and the app that my husband had on his phone was actually already telling us to go to the hospital. And I was so frustrated because I didn't want to go and then have to be told that, oh, like, I'm sorry, you're still at 1 centimeter, like we can't give you an epidural. We were all just downstairs. I was in the living room. My husband and my mom were like cooking stuff for Thanksgiving because we thought that we would still push through with the dinner. And I was trying to rest because I never actually got to sleep properly since I was awake since like 3 a.m. I kept waking up because the contractions were so painful. I would literally fall asleep for like 5 minutes while the pain wasn't there, and then when the pain would swell up again, I would wake up, cry because it would hurt. That happened for, oh God, I don't even know how many hours I went through that. So basically, like, I was trying to fall asleep for 5 minutes, wake up, cry, fall asleep 5 minutes, wake up, cry. I did that for like several hours. I was so exhausted. There came a point where I just told my husband, babe, I can't do this anymore. Let's get the morphine shot. I can't, like, I am done. I am done feeling this pain. I just want the pain to go away. So we head on to the hospital again. They give me the morphine shot, and the morphine shot, they said that the morphine shot would bring down the pain 4 hours and it would let me rest. It only lasted 1 hour. I was only able to sleep for 1 hour because after that 1 hour, I would continue waking up and would continue being in pain, and the entire cycle of 5 minutes of sleeping and then waking up to cry and like be in pain. That happened to me again for several hours. My dilation wasn't even increasing rapidly. Like, I think when they checked, it was just at 1.5 centimeters. And I was so frustrated because, guys, like, I wanted an epidural really badly. Like, I knew that from the get-go. I got pregnant, I told myself that, okay, I'm gonna get an epidural because my pain tolerance is horrible. The fact that they couldn't give me an epidural because I technically wasn't even in active labor just yet, it made me so frustrated because I was in so much pain. Even just to sit up from the bed, that entire process hurt so much. And then whenever I would walk going to the bathroom and then sit down, oh my God, it was a process. They told me to walk around, maybe it would help. I know that we have videos of us walking. I think in the videos I was still okay at this point.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to San Bavi. My wife looking like a penguin out here.
Why did I marry you?
Testing out the new slow motion feature of this camera. Look at that, going slow-mo. Just so everybody knows, right? The normal pace is what I'm gonna do right here. This is the normal human pace right there. Boom.
And then the second time that we walked, guys, I was crying.
We're gonna try this again. Round 2. What can you say?
Shut up.
Hell yeah. For all the guys out there who's gonna deal with this, good luck. Already got slapped twice.
Lies. I wish I slapped you twice.
Dang. You guys hear that, right?
At some points, like sometimes it was even hard to just stand up. Like I had to hold onto my husband for support or like hold onto the wall. The good part is after our walk, we went back in and they checked me. I was dilated 5 centimeters at 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. The doctor was just like, oh, you're 5 centimeters dilated. We can give you an epidural now. And oh my God, I was so happy, you guys. Like, I don't even care that I had a contraction while the epidural was being put in. I don't even care that much that the epidural kind of burned. They gave me the epidural. I was finally able to rest. I remember they were telling us that they think our baby would come at 6 a.m. But when they checked me at 1 a.m., the doctor goes, oh, you're ready. We were not ready. My husband and I, we had just gotten to sleep. We were just, what? Are you sure? After the epidural, everything was just so much better. My husband was looking at the monitor and the contractions he could see, they were getting so much more intense. They were getting longer. So they told me I was ready. They taught me how to push. It was actually pretty easy. Now I understand what people mean when they say that it was feeling a lot of pressure down there when you push. Our little girl came out after 10 pushes. I think I pushed for only about like 15 minutes. It was super duper fast. I remember I was the only pregnant girl in the labor and delivery unit over at Queens in Honolulu on that day. It was such a nice feeling being able to hold her. And I remember like the first time I saw her, I told my husband, like, babe, we made her, and I kept repeating that because I couldn't believe it. It's insane when you have somebody in your body for like 9 months whom you haven't seen. And I say that we haven't seen her because during the ultrasound, she would always cover her face with her hand and we never got to see her. And when we saw her for the first time, we were just like, she's ours. So she's ours. She's our baby girl. We are just so happy that we have her. And now we are at a new chapter of our life. Very challenging and very rewarding. Now we're parents. We are so in love with her, especially when she looks at us and she has like her big eyes, or like whenever we just stare at her because she's sleeping. Thinking about getting her right now. She's sleeping downstairs with her grandparents because my parents are here at the moment. They spent Christmas with us. I feel like I'm gonna do another vlog of like how motherhood is because it is very challenging. It's a completely different world. So I feel like I've talked about the labor process for a while now, and now I'm ready to show you guys our baby girl. So this is Riley, you guys. She's like sleeping right now. Hi, love. Oh no, don't cry. You're fine. Oh, you're fine. Oh, guys. Oh, it's okay, love. It's okay. There you go. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go feed Riley, and thank you so much for watching. If ever you made it this far, know that I appreciate you for, you know, just even watching and like listening to the entire labor process. Okay, you're fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go head out, guys. But again, thank you so much for watching. I do not know when my next video will be up because, like what I said, motherhood is challenging, but let's see. I'm just trying to take this day by day.